Good day, everybody. The topic that I have decided to pick for our persuasive speech is I picked the topic of bullying. I really think that we need to buckle down and watch our kids' behavior, the things that they say, the things that they do. They don't realize just what kind of damage they are doing to other kids. Um, either to an individual or to a group of kids that are watching. Um, just how much of a role this plays. Now I know over time, like say when we were younger, things were, I'm not going to say much different, but the things that we were doing, we didn't realize that nowadays we're finding out that they were called bullying, and we didn't know that. Like leaving kids out in a at a game, or having them not picked at all, or give them to the other team because had to make sure that you had a stacked team, things like that, or comments that we would make, um, things like this that we didn't take a lot. To me, a lot of us didn't seem to take it too personal at the time, but it was still a form of bullying. And over time, and what I mean by that is from like when we were young to the kids nowadays, it is so much different. Um, Kids nowadays are looking for that power, that for some odd reason they're lacking. They're lacking some type of power, authority figure. I think the lack of love, to be honest, lack of attention. So they're going to get it in a very negative way and that's by bullying. They want to use whatever means necessary to overpower and belittle somebody in that. Some of the things that include for bullying are making threats, spreading rumors, physically physically or mentally physically or verbally wanting to hurt somebody, and then again, not including them on games and things like that. Um, Nowadays, things have evolved, so there are many different types of bullying now. The verbal and the physical, we already kind of knew about, because we seen that when we were kids, and I look at it as, most of the time those were like meathead guys, certain groups of individuals that you really just didn't mess with. They kind of stuck to themselves. Where nowadays bullies, they're like a single individual that goes after people in that. So we used to see that when we were growing up, the physical and the verbal. But it is, like I said, I think it came from a group of people to an individual in that. So that's where I see the difference. And nowadays, we have two more things. We have cyberbullying and we have social bullying. Yes, they're pretty much the same thing. Um, and and there's a lot out there when it comes to cyberbullying that we really don't know about. When it comes to our kids, we know about it, but do we turn a blind eye to it, or do we just bluff it off, push it off as they're just being kids, or they'll grow out of it, or something like that? Well, there's a lot that does happen in this cyber bullying and social media type thing, because they're a lot more aggressive. They can be more aggressive without having to be in front of a person. Um, there was a study that I found that's on slide number 3. It says 58% of children report that someone has said something mean or hurtful to them online. That's a lot. 58%. Wow, that's way over half. I mean, not way over half, but 8% over half. That's still one too many in that. And in 1 in 4 have had it happen more than once. So once once a individual finds somebody, they will pick on them. They will go after them until they have broken them down, and then they will move on to the next one, because the first one, they have them under the control. They can say whatever they want, and they will have control of this person because they have bullied them so much. They've got them scared, in a sense. And let's see. I'm sorry. I apologize. Some things. Some things that we're finding out is that kids they'll stay hush hush about it. Sort of like any type of abuse victims, like that. They stay quiet. Bully People who are being bullied stay quiet. Um, but there are telltale signs that you can look for when it comes to this. Um, this includes depression, new anxieties, not wanting to use the computer, or don't stay on it as long. They do the brief minimum and then they get off. That's it. There's no more about it. Um, they will, even when it comes to being at home, and hopefully a home is a safe environment, they may still feel like since they have been bullied so much and broken down, they're too scared to interact with anybody else, afraid of that they might make them mad or torment them, or whatever the case may be. Like say, let's take a board game. Everybody's sitting around as a family doing this, and yes, we have a tendency of picking on each other and just cracking jokes. Nothing serious. It's all fun and game. But somebody that's been bullied will take that so offensively and hurtful that they may not want to play anymore. And that's something that when it happens, you need to address it and find out what deeper is going on, if there is something. If not, okay, well then you may have a very sensitive individual, and that's something that you may need to look out for later on, because if a bully is around and they pick up on these things, then we need to get a hold of it. If your child is the victim, monitor their activities. Help them make new friends through different avenues. Involve. Oh, I'm sorry. If you have to, then you have to involve the authorities. Hopefully that's not the case. If your child's the bully, move the computer to a central location. Sign up for accounts on the sites they frequently visit, and talk to your children about the consequences of their actions. You need to let them know that this is a serious matter and that it can get out of hand, and they can get in a lot of trouble. And you really need to explain this to them. My last slide has all the websites that I have used. I hope this was helpful, and I appreciate this chance. Thank you.